Whenever I say Nigeria know what they are doing, or President Buhari knows what he's doing, I really mean it. Why is he releasing it at this time? After a lot of destruction, damages of things, government properties, because of the protest and the rest of them. Why is he releasing at this time? And I want to ask one good question. The court has pronounced to release him. Has he been released? That's another question. They know what they are doing. They should release him. Releasing him is a very good thing for Nigeria and for him, Mr. President.
Well, since the federal government, the law of competence, find him not guilty, for me, I will ask the federal government to compensate him and the family. And I think the man lost roughly 3 kids. They should look into that. If I were him, I would sue the federal government.
Just advise him to let the sleeping dog lie. If for no just cause he's been detained for 6 years, now that he has a cause to even fight, only God knows. Pardon me. I would say we are in a bureaucratic setting. You don't have your say. The government decides. The power that be decides. Look at what is happening to Nnamdi Kanu. Look at what is happening to Sunday Igboho.
Less than 48 hours after Sheikh Ibrahim El-Zakzaky, leader of the Islamic Movement in Nigeria, and his wife, Zeenat, were discharged and acquitted by a high court in Kaduna of charges bordering on culpable homicide and disruption of public peace, the Kaduna State Government filed fresh charges against him. The state government, not satisfied with the court's ruling, filed 8 new charges bordering on terrorism and treasonable felony against the state and federal government. Darius Bairo, Kaduna State Director of Public Prosecution, said the fresh charges will enable the court to consequently issue an order for arrest of El-Zakzaky to answer, adding that some actions of the IMN leader dated back before 2015. Kaduna State High Court had on July 28, 2021, acquitted the leader of the Islamic Movement in Nigeria, Ibrahim El-Zakzaky, and his wife, after a long battle with the state government. The couple, who were allegedly responsible for the death of a soldier in December 2015, was held in an undisclosed location by the State Security Service for years. El-Zakzaky, the Shiite leader, came into limelight in December 2015 when the Zaria massacre took place, leading to the death of hundreds of Nigerian Shiite Muslims, including some of Zakzaky's children. The incident led to the arrest and detention of El-Zakzaky, who was afterwards charged with culpable homicide, unlawful assembly, among others. In between his arrest and acquittal, there were several demonstrations by Shiite members, clashes with state forces, deaths of the group's members, police officers and civilians, among other events. During his period in detention, the IMN was prohibited by the government, and there were rumors of El-Zakzaky's death. On July 25, 2014, IMN said at least 11 members were killed by the Nigerian army, which includes 3 of El-Zakzaky's sons, Ahmed, Hamid, and Mahmoud, while the 4th, Ali, sustained leg injuries. Reacting to this, the Defense Headquarters commiserated with families of those that lost their loved ones in the extrajudicial killings. Contrarily, on December 24, 2014, the United Kingdom reported that soldiers murdered 34 unarmed IMN members and injured over 100 others in Zaria on July 25th and 26th of the same year. In December 2015, the Nigerian military reportedly launched an attack on IMN, resulting in the death of members during a march in Zaria, Kaduna State, which blocked a convoy of the then Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukuru Buratai. The army had described it as an assassination attempt. This made the Senate set up an ad hoc committee to investigate killings in Zaria. Thereafter, Human Rights Watch accused the Nigerian military of killing and hurriedly burying at least 300 Shiite Muslims en mass grave. This allegation was denied by the authorities' spokesperson. In 2016, as Zakzaky remained in DSS custody, Femi Falana, his legal counsel, complained the 68-year-old was now half-blind after allegedly losing his left eye to an army raid. IMN members launched a protest in Abuja demanding for the release of El-Zakzaky after the order for the release of their leader by the Federal High Court in Abuja was flouted.
It's like they're coming.
For the sake of peace and orderliness in the country, Amnesty International in 2017 advised the federal government to comply with the court ruling concerning El-Zakzaky's case. With the refusal of his release, IMN members engaged in another demonstration as the Nigerian government appealed to the High Court ruling mandating El-Zakzaky's release. While reacting to the issue, presidential spokesperson Garba Shehu had said that El-Zakzaky was still being held for his own safety, while Minister of Information and Culture Lai Mohammed stressed that El-Zakzaky was in his own house built by the federal government, not in prison. He said the federal government spent over 3.5 million naira on the Shiite's leader for medical treatment. In 2018, Femi Falana said El-Zakzaky and his wife needed urgent medical attention and should be released. He also dispelled rumors of him being dead. Ever since the arrest of El-Zakzaky, his followers continued to protest in every state of the country, declaring that the act of keeping him in detention for years without being judged was against the law of the Federation. In October, a viral video revealed Nigerian army shooting live rounds into a religious parade of IMN members in Abuja, killing at least 8 persons. But the Islamic Movement in Nigeria said 42 of its members were killed during the 2-day crackdown in Abuja by state forces, while Amnesty International said investigations revealed that Nigerian soldiers killed 45 IMN members. During the series of protests demanding for the release of El-Zakzaky in 2019, a young reporter, Precious Owolabi, who was still serving his country, was shot dead by a stray bullet during the clash. After meeting with service chiefs concerning the security situation in the country, the Buhari-led government proscribed the sect, describing their activities as acts of terrorism. On August 16, 2019, a court in Kaduna State granted El-Zakzaky and his wife a leave to travel to India Hospital for medical treatment, but they returned back 3 days after on the premise of unfair treatment and restriction by security personnel deployed to the medical facility. In 2020, members of the Islamic Movement in Nigeria continued their demonstration as their leader and wife remained in detention. As El-Zakzaky's case continued to be rejected, ordering continuous trial, IMN members embarked on another protest to mark the 5th anniversary of the clash with the Nigerian military. In November 2020, 2 soldiers testified at El-Zakzaky's trial at the Kaduna High Court, where he was arraigned. On January 24, 2021, amidst COVID-19 global threat, report has it that El-Zakzaky's wife had contracted the virus in detention. On January 24, 2021, members of IMN had trooped in numbers to the streets, demanding for the release of their leader and wife. The demonstration led to the death of one as police operatives dispersed them with tear gas canisters. Also, in February 2021, the police arrested 5 IMN members in Abuja who allegedly attempted to attack others and vandalize public properties. In March 2021, a clash between Islamic Movement of Nigeria members led to the death of one. FCT Police Command in a statement had said a police officer was also killed while trying to restore peace during the protest. As El-Zakzaky and his wife spent their 2000 day in detention, their daughter, Suhaila, lamented her parents' worsening health condition despite court order to free them. Therefore, IMN, in a statement signed by Professor S.A. Megandi, threatened that the Buhari-led government would be held responsible should anything happen to their leader. They reiterated that they would continue to protest until El-Zakzaky and his wife were released from detention. Exactly 6 years later, the Federal High Court pronounced El-Zakzaky discharged and acquitted, granting his counsel's no-case submission, stating that Kaduna State could not prove the couple had committed any crime. Reacting to the release of the Shiite group leader and wife, some Nigerians questioned the justice system in the country. Some argue that this present administration has a way of enforcing governance on the average Nigerian and that they are power drunk.
It's a fox charge in the fox place because the man was just doing what he liked. He have not transgressed the constitution. He has not. There's no offense. They were just for their personal ambition because of what they want to achieve. They doesn't want him to spread his own gospel. That is why they stop him that way. It's not as if the man is wrong in anything. He has not come out to kill anybody.
He should relax and continue his religious works because that's what he is known for. And now his people can relax. We can stop seeing their protests and their quarrels and fighting between them and security forces. All those things can die down now. And we expect such to be extended also to all other prisoners of conscience.
In 1983, a lot of things like this happened under his administration. To tell you he's not a leader, it's a bad one. What I'm going to say, I'm going to first of all, sympathize with those that have lost their life in the race, and also ask Nigeria to come together as one nation and see how we can let all these vampires go and let us rearrange our country, our own given country by God.